3, 4. Keep that going. 1, 2, 3.
So Lord Dufferin Centre is a seniors residence for independent seniors. It opened up as a seniors residence about 14 years ago. Prior to that, people in Orangeville will remember that it was the site of the local hospital. This is a family-owned and operated business that has had sort of many versions. Our original building was on Faulkner Street, which was only a block and a half away from here. My mother took on a partner at a certain time and point in the business and had a partner for over 25 years. At that point in time, it was still a family business, but it became a little bit more corporate. So for me, as being part of that, was a very unique opportunity, since in a family business, you don't always get that kind of an opportunity. So I was part of a larger animal than this is, and part of a corporate team, and that was very insightful. However, about 4 years ago, we decided that we wanted to become just a small family business again, and we now own and operate this building on our own. My mom's been in the business since 1966, so she's seen many changes, and was originally part of a nursing home. So her very first building was a nursing home. And then, obviously, this is not a licensed nursing home, but a retirement home.
No, she had to be monitored.
Well, I think like every good daughter, initially you don't want to be involved in the family business. So, of course, I rebelled and went to school, and I was going to be a simultaneous French translator. That was my goal. However, economic times were such that those kind of jobs were not around. And you start looking back at what it is that your family does, and you think, well, maybe that's not such a bad choice after all. So I became involved working alongside my mom when we actually did have a nursing home. And at that time, we were also in an expansion mode, building Avalon at the time. And there was a role for my husband to play in that. And so he decided that he would leave his job and, explore what kind of educational upgrade he needed to become administrator of Avalon. And he did that and worked at that for quite a number of years, and found that he really enjoyed the business too. So that's how we came to both working together in the industry. And today he works alongside me in this business here at Lord Dufferin Centre, and he is really the day-to-day manager of what happens here at Lord Dufferin Centre. And I do some things on site and a lot of things with the provincial sort of associations, etc.
Okay.
I guess my advice to the children, first off, would be to really take a serious look at what is it that your family business is all about, to take it a serious look at it from a different lens. Is it something that you can get involved in? How could you grow the business? What would you do differently? And from the parents' point of view, there is a point in time in which they have to step aside, and they have to treat that person as a professional. And if you hired that person, would you hire that person? If your child is not really ready for that, then and isn't somebody that you would hire to look after the business, then perhaps it's just not the right timing yet, or maybe they need some more training in order to do that. But I think the family business can be very viable. It's an interesting thing that I learned when I traveled to Italy, is that there are a lot of family businesses there that have been generations and generations. And here's something I don't believe we do in Canada, is we don't have a pride in our own family business. And so when you hear somebody say, oh, I'm in the family business, it's kind of like, well, couldn't you find a job anywhere else? Where there, and I'll take in particular, it was a cheese factory, and so you'd think, oh my gosh, really? You wanted to go into the cheese business? But this woman that toured us through the family business was so filled with pride that her family had been in the cheese producing business for 5 generations. It was remarkable to hear how much pride she had in her father's work, and how she was carrying on the business differently, and she was growing it to like an agro-tourism kind of thing. So she was looking and really moving the business along. And I don't think that we have that sense of pride of a family business.